I'm playing basketball.
Oh,
Not really. Not really. I'm not really playing basketball. Well, not for practice. We talking about practice? We talking about practice. Nah. We don't practice over here. Hey, Kwahi. I don't practice. That's how I shoot the ball at the top of the backboard. And I'm finna come in on their page and say, hey, y'all don't know me. I've been talked about my whole life. What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Laughazel, mate. And I'm here with
Playoff Williams.
Hey, man.
Playoff Williams.
Hey, bro, I know y'all burn that count here, bro, but I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna show love this time. I like messing with him. I think he got a burner account. He be trying to diss me, but I'm gonna show love this one though. Okay, the topic of the day. We staying focused today. The topic is Kawhi Leonard and Paul George were seen by them old Rough Riders as getting preferential treatment in terms of basketball. Unica, tell me your thoughts.
First and foremost, I believe all that. I believe every single bit of it. But what's preferential treatment when you a millionaire like all of them are? And my thing is the quote unquote biggest dog on the team, the Rough Rider, he's still there. He didn't ask to get up out of there. But Montrez and Lou Will, they got something going on. I heard that they was the ones that was upset. So what they said, they got their own security. playoff PEE, and Kawhi Leonard. They did the practice schedule, by the way, like they just some great basketball aficionados. They're not. They're just not. LeBron making a practice schedule, that makes sense because he knows basketball. Kawhi and Paul George coming together. Paul George can stay out the strip club. Shout out to him and his baby mama. I hope they hope everything work out. And Doc Rivers couldn't have been in the best. It couldn't have been in the best mood when Paul George comes through, knowing that he cheated on his daughter with said script. Okay, so it was just a tough situation all around, and they changed it in 1 month. I believe every word of it. Now Kawhi been trying to do this since the Spurs. You know, he sat out on them Spurs and said, "I just won't play, and y'all got to pay." What you think? What you think? Because I'm done with. I'm out on the Clippers. I've been done with them.
Hey, for the first time, I'm finna defend so and so 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 on his burner account. I'm gonna defend him because every superstar, bro, gets preferential treatment, bro. Kawhi Leonard just came off a championship, and he like, hey, the first thing he did, he knew what was up when he got there. He said, hey, give me my boy, or I ain't coming. They went out and got his boy. He knew he had power. He knew from that moment he had power. I'm the finals MVP. I know the only reason I won because them boys were hurt. Because when I saw Durant drop 16 on a bum foot, I'm like, oh, y'all in trouble if he can do this. But he won it. You can't take it away from him. I don't know teams in history that could beat Golden State 100%. That team they had. I don't know many teams in history. That was a bum squad. I'm seeing Clay and Durant up 16 on Toronto, and they both got bum legs. And then they still almost beat them when they both left. So
yeah. Yeah.
If it wasn't for Draymond Green throwing the ball straight to Van Fleet for a 3, which I don't understand why he just passed him the ball when they were tied, but he just threw it straight to him. He caught his head. What's up, buddy? That's what it is.
I was kind of tired of the Warriors winning because they had just beat me and my Cavs at the time. You know, wherever LeBron go, that's where I go. They had been doing some damage. I ain't gonna lie, some psychological damage, especially when they got Kevin Durant. That was big. But when it comes down to it, I kind of was hoping Steph Curry would validate the losses that we took by beating them. And I mean, Clay Had Clay not got hurt, man, that was a different series.
Oh, my man had about almost going to halftime. What do you have? Almost 30 before going to halftime?
Yeah.
I'm like, this man on fire. And Steph almost pulled it out. And just, like I said, Draymond Green with 3 terrible late fourth quarter turnovers that.
Is it okay for us to go ahead and admit that Draymond Green is not like a great basketball player? Can we say that out loud now? Because he's not.
Hey man, it's Charles.
He got really lucky. He basically was a football player that went to the Patriots. You ain't gotta be that good. You just gotta follow the rules.
Yeah, but me defending them again, they are star players. Star players get LeBron picked the coach, bro. LeBron said, hey, Magic Johnson picked his coach. Kobe and Shaq picked their coach.
LeBron did not pick Frank Vogel. You do not go pick Frank Vogel. I don't care who you are. Frank Vogel's job is to not crash the car and go the speed limit. He has the easiest job in the NBA. When he was with the Pacers, that's when you coach. When he coached playoff PEE, that's
he actually got him actually play in the playoffs. That was amazing. He the only one to do that. That man, I said I'm gonna be nice to him. Okay, but he was of that caliber. He get paid at that caliber, and the NBA does what they do. Now let's talk about why that was a problem. Because as I stated, that's what they do. After Blake Griffin and Chris Paul left, it was Lou Will, Harold, Patrick Beverly, and they were winning games. What were they? 8 seed, 9 seed, sometimes 7 seed.
Believe that was the 8th seed.
Yeah, and they
lost in the second round.
Yeah, so
to the Warriors that year.
Yeah, so,
in a dogfight.
Yeah, because it was basically a bunch of Rough Riders, and that how they got down. They practice hard. They come in every day with Pitbull because they didn't have a star. So when these dudes come in the city, and I've been here for a while, holding it down, who are you to tell me when I practice and you don't?
I thought we was all eating rice and beans. Why that man got shrimp over there? We've been eating rice and beans for years, and you gonna change for them? Oh no!
But in the NBA, it's your paycheck, my guy. They got 40 mil. Lil Will, you 6 man, you make 8 mil a year. No hate. I would love you on Philadelphia on my team, you know what I'm saying? But if they make a trade for you to Philadelphia, I love you, but you make 8 mil, they make 40. It's pecking orders in life, bro. And I hate to say it. We still live in capitalism no matter how bad you hate it. But yeah, man, 40 mil, 8 mil, they do what he want. You saw that when he got Paul George and traded all y'all draft picks?
Yes. And the most ingenious plan of all time by Oklahoma City. Love it. Most ingenious plan ever. You know the crazy part is? Paul George and Kawhi can leave. They did sign like two year with one on the third year option. They both got the same deal. They both could just dip and leave them with no draft picks for like the next 5 years. No draft picks, no first round draft picks, no players. So they got to look for those signs early. So they got to look for the signs early. But shout out to Oklahoma City. He did what he needed to do. He handicapped the teams in the West, and that could be viable. He actually wanted the Lakers to be great, so that they could break these teams up, if you will. After he done took all these first round picks, and it was a beautiful move. It's a beautiful chess move, because you get a whole bunch of first round draft picks that can't go nowhere for about 4 or 5 years. They get good, and they continuing to build on that. Oklahoma City's looking to be the best team in the West at some point. Oh, and they the only team I ever seen draft 3 MVP. Yeah, 3 MVP. So if they get first round picks, Sam Presti the one that drafted them. So Sam Presti's a big dog at this point. I'm talking about let's look at 2025 and see how good Oklahoma City is, and we'll be talking about that's how a small market's supposed to do it. Yeah, because the players gonna leave. They not staying in those. They gonna leave. Yeah, so you got draft well and do what they did. But to my point is, you leveraged all that to get them,
as I just told you, you don't have draft picks. You have no future. But guess what? You can't let them leave now. So you got to do whatever they want. You gave them your whole future. You mortgaged
That's
at least
fair. That's true.
You mortgaged.
That's fair.
You mortgaged the last 3 or 4 years of your whole team.
Yeah.
To them. So for at least the next 3 or 4 years, you got to do whatever you can to keep them.
You have to.
Because so
and if they want round the clock security paid by the Clippers, if they want special entrees for lunch, if Kawhi Leonard wants to travel from Mexico to get to Los Angeles for practicing for games every day, because we heard one of his is he's allowed to live in San Diego. Shout out to San Diego, one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
It's always 70 degrees.
Beautiful. If they're allowing him to live 3 hours away, you got to do that.
Yeah, I think that's what people not getting. I know we took you on this long journey. I like to take you on a long journey. Walk with me.
Hold my hand.
Walk with Zay. Hold my hand. Walk. But we got to the point now. You see what I mean? They have to do it. So Lou Will, Harold, all y'all, they were mad. Point. It was you should have saw the writing on the wall when they mortgaged the future. They traded way too much for him. They traded way too much for Paul George because Kawhi said it. And Indiana knew it. I mean, not Indiana. Oklahoma City knew it. Oklahoma City knew it. And they were like, oh, he gonna sign with the Lakers if y'all don't do this by midnight? I want every draft pick you got. You got to midnight to call me back. Cause they asked Toronto.
Sam Presti was messaging him on Facebook. He wouldn't even call him. He just messaged him. He said, "Hit my Facebook. I'll let y'all know."
But Kawhi talked about getting Siakam for Paul George, and Toronto said, "Nope, we ain't doing that. You can leave. We got already."
Siakam would have helped him, definitely.
OKC said.
I'm not seeing the Clippers having a good year this year. I'm sorry. I'm looking at 5-8 as the season.
I think they'll have. I think their team will fit better with.
Especially if they don't play. Especially if them fools don't play.
I see them doing well. Only problem they gonna have in the playoffs, they gonna win just because they got a lot of talent. The reason they ain't gonna win in the playoffs is they don't got a point guard. They still don't have a point guard. You can win regular season game when people don't care, but when it's time you got to make plays and be able to break a zone or do something, you got to have a point guard that can control the game, and they don't have one.
Let me throw this out here. What if Paul George takes the approach that LeBron took last year and is the point guard, which he has those skills. He came into the league he was a shooting guard, but still, if he were to come in with that mentality, I might see something. But if he's going to continue to play the 3 or the quote unquote 2, however him and Kawhi do it, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work.
Serge Ibaka can shoot. He can spread the court, but Harold couldn't shoot at all.
Check this stat out.
I'm actually tall. So Jokic ain't going to have fun with him the way he had with Harold. They couldn't even put Harold on the court.
Remember when Serge Ibaka, they used to call him Serge Ibaka?
Yeah.
Guess who averaged more blocks per game than him last year?
Oh.
James Harden. So it ain't all that. It ain't all sweet now.
James Harden was one of the leaders in blocks because he's the only person that played defense. He was playing center.
James Harden was playing 1 through 5 in this weird lineup that they had. Yes, I'll give you that.
James Harden is tall as the center.
He averaged more blocks. So if you think Serge Ibaka about to come out there and just blow our Lakers out and all that, then that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But the Clippers not looking to have a good year next year. I'm sorry. They're just not.
They talented. They going to do what they did this year. And with Serge, they'll play better defense. Because Harold, he didn't really fit. Because I don't think he liked him. So when people... And I know Serge...
We can't judge the bubble. Because he had just lost his grandma. But I don't care what team I'm playing with. If I lost my grandmother, I'm not playing good for nobody. I know that much.
I'm talking about he didn't like him either. That compounded. And that probably made him think I don't like them more. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Like, because at first he probably could deal with it and play well, but then he like, I don't really like y'all. And this, I want to go home. Can you remember he one of the people that voted to go home?
Yeah.
So he like, I don't want to be here. So in that case, he probably, I don't like these people. I want to go home.
Ooh, I wonder if the different if they got preferential treatment even inside the bubble. I wonder.
Oh, it's interesting. It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting deep dive. I don't really know none of this, but we are speculating based on. I saw his interview. It sounded like he didn't like him. Did you see the Montreal Herald interview? He's like, they don't.
I'm gonna watch that. I didn't know he did an interview. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
They were talking about him going to the Lakers, and he was like, they seemed like they didn't want me, so I went to where I wanted, and all that. But it's a very interesting thing. I don't know about Pat Bev and Lou Will as much, even though the rumor is they are the ones they didn't like it either because it was their team and they got preferential treatment. That's the reports. We don't really know these people. Take it as it is. But I can see it though. And Serge love and Ibaka and Kawhi love each other, so it's gonna be a better chemistry fit. So they love each other.
We'll see. What it do, baby?
Yeah, that's he was in his. They was together when that happened. So.
Yeah,
he don't want to record the video. So let us know your thoughts. Who do you think gonna be in the West? We got back-to-back basketball talk. I know people excited about that. The season will start the 22nd. Tell us your thoughts. Who you think gonna win? We know Christmas. We got Luka Doncic, who everybody, as the NBA seems to have proclaimed the future, going against LeBron on Christmas. You know they don't get that Christmas Day getting primetime game to nobody. They gave it to specifically Luka and LeBron.
Hey, and the Clippers got the late game. I'm going to sleep on that one.
Who they playing?
They got the 10:30 game, 10:30 Eastern time.
Who they playing? I didn't see them. That's how bad I didn't care.
I believe they have Denver. They have Denver.
Oh, the revenge game, kind of. I see that. But I'm very interested. Christmas is gonna be fun. Everybody.
They might not play. Kawhi and Paul George might say, we gonna sit this one out and let Zubats do his thing.
But like I said, man, I defend them the video. They got their treatment that the superstars get. Let's see what happened. And remember, you to keep stopping. Unique up in the last word.
Why they call that boy playoff PEE?
That's
the funniest nickname of all time.
Hey, that man getting that PPE loan, man. That man need to come up, you know what I mean? He need to be stimulized because
they call it playoff PEE. I'm done. Take us out of here.
Paul Joe, I ain't dish you this one. You can diss him. No. Hey. We can box though. We can box. Hey, NBA player got a bad record in boxing. Paul Joe, we can box, my guy. I need the clout. I don't care if you're a whole foot and a half.
Keep on stopping, because they might call you playoff PEE.
And remember, Paul George might respond to this and offer me a boxing match. And that means today something amazing happened.
Imagine it being spelled out. Capital E, capital E with the little hyphens in between each letter. Come on, man.
All right, we out. Peace.
Fly right past up, been running it up since last year. I've been on my poppin' need a brand new band, yeah. No drip, just my texture. Them kids sit back, my tab, yeah. Bitch, we lit.